At Morrison Stadium in Omaha, Nebraska, it's the 19th edition of the Bird Battle Rivalry. Hi, welcome. Glad to have you along for the ride for USL League One soccer. I'm Gabriel Schrei in Union, Omaha, entering on a 5-match win streak, looking to keep it going as they've been red hot across all competitions. Forward Madison, a perfect start to league play, 2-0 for the first time in club history. Let's take a look at the last time out for the Owls of Union Omaha. A 3-1 win on the road over AV Alta and Lancaster, and they looked great. They struck early, Tequila with that howitzer. Then, of course, Pato finishes this one on the penalty they earned in the first half, and a third goal from Adrian Bellhart. Really, the emphasis there, though, is how early they scored. They love putting the pressure on the other side to respond. And our player to watch for Union Omaha, a new face between the sticks. It's going to be his third start this season in all competitions, taking over tonight for one of the greats in League One history in Rashid Nuhu. Cole Jensen's 7th ever start in USL League One regular season play, a product of Inter Miami and IMCF2. Taking a look at last time out for forward Madison, the Flamingos, the first time ever 2-0 to start league play. They've been driven heavily by attacking set pieces, and you can see the score there coming off of a set piece. Looked really good in South Florida, taking the 1-0 victory over FC Naples. Just able to control, confuse, and deflate them on the road and roll to that victory. They'll look to do it today and be powered by one of the greats in USL League One history. Speaking of legends, on their side, they've got Derek Gebhard, 26 career goals, 12 career assists, his 136th appearance for the Flamingos. He'll try to be a problem tonight on the road for forward Madison as they look to take down Union Omaha. It's Chapter 19 of the Bird Battle. History, tension, and tight margins, all on the line. A 5-game streak of wins across all competitions for Union Omaha. Can they hang on to it at home? Find out next.
It's an age-old tradition, sneaking a taste before it's ready to serve. But when you see the finest reserve label, you just can't help yourself. Because you know an immersive, unexpected flavor experience awaits. The passion and the creativity are felt and tasted in every bite. Twisting contemporary cuisine in satisfying new ways. It makes it almost impossible not to want to taste it before the meal. Finest Reserve. Every flavor tells a story.
Mi nombre es Josué Aaron Gómez y soy del Paso, Texas. Creo que significaría mucho para mí, para mi futuro. Creo que al terminar mi carrera futbolística, creo que poder implementar lo que voy a aprender en la escuela, creo que eso va a ser muy importante para mí y para mi futuro.
Who's just playing ball? Brother, he's too good at it. He's nice. Oh, you go. Must be in the league for him. Good job, brother. Yeah.
The 19th edition of the Bird Battle Rivalry. Welcome back. Excited to have you with us in Omaha, Nebraska. A good battle coming up right now. I'm Gabriel Schrei. Before we go forward, let's take a look at the starting lineups for these two clubs. First, of course, the home side, Union Omaha. 4-2-3-1 shape, a 3-4-3 tonight showing for Vincenzo Candela. He's got that structure, attacking intent. On the front line, watch Tequila. He's been really good and flanked by pace and width. In the midfield, we're going to watch Cabral and Knapp. On the back line, Jensen starting in goal, and he'll be supported by Owusu. Tonight, it's going to be the 3-4-1-2 look for forward Madison, led by Matt Glasser, who is our Coach of the Month for USL League One for his excellent work along the touchline, organized discipline, and more. On that front line, Gyamfi in strong form in midfield. Gebhardt, that key returner. The defensive unit, a young group, they're still getting some cohesion. And JT Harms with an 87% save rate between the sticks for forward Madison on the road. It's all birds. It's for the birds in Nebraska, and what a battle have we got for you. Thrilled to have you along for the ride, as this has been super anticipated around the league. We've been waiting for it all week. Both coaches so excited to get on the phone and talk about this one and all the pressure and action that's going to be delivered in this matchup. And I think it's such a relief when you can stop talking about it and play the match. Forward Madison is ready to go in the midst of a grueling road start to the season. We are underway between Union Omaha and Forward Madison. Thanks for being with us. Forward Madison starting with a ball and a good flick forward to who else? Our player to watch. Morrison Stadium, the host to tonight's match. Campus of Creighton. I'm Gabriel Fry, and glad to have you along for the ride. Battle that just enough. He's able to flick that down the turf in a good connection. Lofted over the top, and the veteran bangs it away. Tried to regather and going to work. Union Omaha back to center field. Rolled back to that stripe, and it's off. Trying to get that connection and just couldn't quite find him. Good look at Coach. Just mentioned he is the March Coach of the Month for League One, and he's fun to get on the phone with. He feels really good about what they've built here. He's been a coaching icon for a long time, well known around the States. Joined Forward Madison back in 2022. He was an assistant with Real Monarchs, Real Salt Lake, Sacramento Republic. Won USL Championship back in 2019. He was a goalkeeper at Hartford and Fort Lauderdale. Professional experience in both the States and Finland. Quick call as we're just getting underway. Union Omaha. And this is what they do best. They get down, they get into that final third, they attack early, they create pressure, and they love to put their opposition on the ropes. I mentioned that they're on a 5-match win streak across all competitions, just unloading goals left and right. In league play, they have scored 2 goals in 3 matches straight, 2 or more I should clarify, as this is sent over the top and controlled by Forward Madison. McCamey loses that down to the corner. The Flamingos are able to keep it alive. Pressure brought by Adrian Billhart as it's sent down the touchline, and Forward Madison eliminates the threat. Well played. Moment of danger. Forward Madison knits a pass through to the circle. He's bumped, and we get the call. Officials tonight, Alejo Kalum, your referee, John Krill and Matthew Schwartz, your assistant referees, and Jacob Larson, the 4th official. And on the other side, and the smile is exactly how I see this guy myself. Good timing, great work by our camera crew on site. Vincenzo, so friendly, and everybody around the league, other coaches describe him as young and bright and has great ideas, and you can hear it in the way he talks about his players, the way he talks about the club and the fans. He loves the game, he loves the league, and he's got a bright future ahead of him. Just generally a great guy, and it makes it so much easier to root for players and coaches when they bring that attitude and they just have fun with it. Union Omaha controls on the backside. Flamingos just dumped it in, and the pressure is kept away by Coleman. Almost in trouble on the penalty arc. Coleman again. Finesse this down away from the 18. And a long roping feed. Banged its way through, and the call. Alejo sounds the whistle against Forward Madison's Flamingos. Underway, Union Omaha. 3-1 overall. Forward Madison, perfect start to league play. First time ever they've started 2-0. Lofted over the top, and Union Omaha rolls this for the spot, but it's cleared away by forward Madison. Now sent aerial over the top and controlled by the Flamingos before the intercept is pinballed all the way through. Brent Coleman, a native of Omaha. He has been an iconic Nebraskan, playing the beautiful game from top to bottom at every level, and the legend, the leader, the veteran, has been such a great piece for Union Omaha on that back line. I feel like it's like having a coach on the field. You've got a guy out there that has played so many minutes, seen so many different things, and such a high level of talent throughout his career. He just knows how to move and how to control that line. Played at Minnesota United, Nashville SC, Creighton University, obviously, and center back and Omaha native, 93 MLS appearances. Long-time leader defensively. He's very physical. Speaking of physicality, Union Omaha draws this off McCamey. Tried to dish that down the line. Almost got away with it. Gadiri, the defender, last played at Monterey Bay. Flamingos man between the sticks. A quick look at him. That's JT Harms. Feels like a game of Jenga on top of the stripe, and finally off. It'll stay with the Flamingos. Forward Madison. McCamey sees Billhart coming. Billhart had that clinical finish in the late stages against AV Alta in their last outing in League One play. Perfect positioning for Union Omaha. Rolled through, Adrian Billhart takes it up just outside of the area. He streaks through and fires as JT Harms rejects that and makes the play. Denied in the final third. Harms looking good early. What an opportunity that builds up as it's just pushed through. Banged off the boot of a defender. Billhart gets on top of it. Ice cold. Two in his face. Well, that's off a clean shot, but JT Harms just makes a better play. Able to reject that and get on top of it. It does bring the corner kick for Union Omaha. Now the Modelo corner kick to be delivered by Gadiri. An early chance. Floated for the 6 and gloved by JT Harms. What a save by forward Madison's man. He makes it look easy. That's something that should be routine. Sometimes doing the routine well is what wins games. Harms fires this across for McCamey. Union Omaha. Through midfield, Vincenzo's side. Controlled and delivered long. It's again Gadiri. This time he finds Dylan. Borchak tries to cut it to the inside. Disrupted, and forward Madison off of the intercept. Little bit of steam as he leaves it off, trying to knit together a rush. Long feed down to the final third, banging together as we get the call. Alejo gives that to Union Omaha. Good look. Claudel Ngubu, the forward out of the University of Central Florida, originally from France, thought he was going to get a chance and just disrupted. Owusu, that player I mentioned when we looked at the lineup. If you're not familiar with Samuel Owusu, he's been a really good piece for a long time. Developed in New York with the NYCFC system. Has great MLS Next Pro experience. And just somebody they can rely on to rotate forward, backward, and play in the midfield and in the back line. Controlled, McCamey chopped that away and rolled off intentionally. Union Omaha. Center field. Knapp doesn't like it. Coleman across for Gadiri. Pressure comes around a would-be defender. Off the interception, Gubu for Gebhard. Derek dips it down the turf. He hits the brakes, somehow makes Coleman miss. Gebhard lofted that backward. Roman Torres, and the connection just beyond the circle. They're going for the full reset to JT Harms. Scoreless early between these two. Very productive start to the year for Union Omaha. Very successful for forward Madison. Union Omaha, I think everybody in the league just feels like they have a lot of depth, a lot of structure, a lot of consistency. Forward Madison looking for some flash in the final third, down in front of the 6, knocked away, a chance to clear, and they will. Good defensive effort out of that back line, and that's where that depth shines through defensively. You see a team put together a couple of great striking pieces like Union Omaha has. You're not surprised to see them play 3 matches in a row with 2 or more goals in USL League One play. But to see a club like them come out and have so much depth that you can rotate and play with different keepers, that was a big topic for Vincenzo Candela and I on the phone this week, talking about this match. Who are you going to start between the sticks? And, you know, it was a great reaction. It was a groan, but he was laughing because what a good problem, good decision to have to make. Gebhard testing out the waters early as Cole Jensen, our player to watch for good reason, taking over for the experienced, iconic, one of the greats in League One history, Rashid Nuhu. Airing out for Union Omaha, McCamey there. He'll collect just on the edge of the area, cuts to the inside and bangs off a defender. On the spot, rolled through harmlessly as JT watches that go over the end line. Good opportunity. Look back at how it built up. He collects it. I like the cut to the inside. You manufacture a lot of space. And I think he would have liked to have tried to find a way to get that to Tequila. Just unable to get that connection. Tries it himself. It's a good look, just not going to get that. Gomez right in front of him, who came from El Paso Locomotive. Previously played for FC Juarez. 29-year-old veteran right there inside of the area. They bring pressure early as we played a dozen minutes between these two sides. Skied, floated long by forward Madison. Right there for pressure, the collision. Alejo sounds the whistle. Stephen Honor Giamfi out of the University of West Virginia, not happy. That's why having a veteran presence is so important. They know how to make things happen. You get in a situation that could be a crisis, could allow or afford a great opportunity to forward Madison. What happens? You get the ball back instead. Great draw by Coleman. Forward Madison. From midfield, skies this for the area. It's going to be too long. Collected by Gadiri and kept away from Giamfi. Jensen airs it out. Union Omaha unable to collect after the clearing ball. Flicked forward to Aaron Edwards, who hits the brakes. Humphrey back to Edwards, who skies this down for the spot, and Cole Jensen hauls that one in right out of the air. Looking good early. Not surprised to see that. Mentioned during the open This is just his 7th USL League One regular season start. 3rd across all competitions this season. Don't let that fool you. This is a very, very talented guy. Born to wear the gloves. 2nd season with Union Omaha. League's Cup contributor for Inter Miami's organization. Standout collegiate career as well at Xavier. He was the 2022 Big East Goalkeeper of the Year. One of the best in the country. He was drafted at MLS Super Draft by Inter Miami. Union Omaha. Long feed, hauled in and flicked into the wing. Billhart centers it up for Union Omaha, and it's hammered away from the spot as this will roll down to the touchline and be kept alive. Gadiri skied inside, and JT Harms flashes the gloves. Playing loose, wide open, fast football in Nebraska. Quarter of an hour gone, deadlocked and scoreless between these two sides. Edwards with a circle. Mingo's backwards. All the way for the area. Union Omaha able to dump that for the end line, and McCamey protects it as it rolls off. USL on CBS Sports Network kicks off on April 18th with an Eastern Conference showdown. Charleston Battery takes on the fast start Tampa Bay Rowdies. 3 Eastern. Catch the action on CBS Sports Network on April 18th. It's going to be a really good battle. Rowdies playing today as well, undefeated. Fantastic start to the year for them. It's been red hot. Played through midfield. Gubu almost gets the ball to go his way. Union Omaha volleys it over the top in return. Coleman, the veteran. Controlled for Jensen. The last win for Forward Madison in this duel between the Birds came back in 2023. It's almost a psychological hurdle at some point, more than a tactical one. 4-0 victory last time for Union Omaha. But I think, with how hot Forward Madison is to start the year, especially considering they're playing on the road. They've had some bad luck with weather. They got caught in a blizzard, but they've battled through it and started 2-0 for the first time in league history. Union Omaha off the collection, fired. It's deflected away. After it again, Borchak can't get to it in time. Gebhardt. And the call by Alejo. Tequila arguing his case. Nice start to the year for Tequila. Interesting conversation with Coach Candela this week about him and his productivity in Knoxville. All-time leading scorer for One Knox SC before departing and joining this side this year. Kaloum does sound the whistle. Gebhardt got grabbed at on the stripe. Derek hands it off. Tequila with that really flashy finish in California last time out. Candela and Union Omaha feel like he can have an even better season this year with all the support around him. Good lead by Gebhardt. Forward Madison rolls this forward, and they're through the dasher. We're still moving. Forward Madison for the 18. Screams through, looking for an opportunity as he's broken up by Coleman on the end line. Coleman stays with him, harasses him, and Gubu tries to step around him. And this is what sparked it all. And Gubu's right there, banging around to the Wushu, who's so good in midfield and on the back line. He's looking for a call-in, and Gubu hits the gas. Coleman gets back, and again, that's the value of that veteran. He doesn't stop when players go out. He's not waiting to see what's going to happen. He's thinking, no whistle, I'm playing this. And that's exactly what he does. He's ready, in position, roves over, and forces a corner for forward Madison instead of a great opportunity for Ngubu. This is Ngubu's third appearance with forward Madison. Limited minutes in his first 2 matches. Been inside and gloved by Cole Jensen. Came together with a teammate and lost the ball in motion. Scratch that, it may have been Steven Giamfi that was in front of him. Another Modelo corner. Forward Madison has been electric on the set piece. Backside, knotted in front and cleared by Union Omaha. Somebody watched film. Tried to shuffle it back inside. Edwards has it taken away, and it's flicked forward for Union Omaha. Owls down the line, disrupted, and it goes off. Good call. Select proud to be the official match ball supplier of USL. From the grassroots to the pros, Select there every step of the way. Visit us.select-sport.com for the latest Select product specials and more. Select, it's the player's choice. Banged around and set aerial by Union Omaha. Almost able to get onto that, and it's stolen by Derek Gebhardt. A little pickpocket action. Gebhardt in his 136th appearance for the Flamingos. Think about how wild that is. McCamey forward. It was well played, but a little too much sauce as it rolls off, and Union Omaha will take over. One of the great supporter sections in American soccer. Always love seeing Union Omaha out in force in their home venue. The storied history of this club in League One, just unreal. One of the great seasons you're ever going to see in League One in 2023, followed up with another great year in 2024, and what a red-hot start in 2026. It's been a blast. Almost on top of it, and Nor lost, rolled off, Union Omaha. Look at them trying to hit the gas, floated way back and able to play that. Tried to send that to the arc, stolen away from Tequila. Kempes, the German, looking for that final pass. Aired out for forward Madison. Owusu back to play this. Well done defensively for the man who usually parks in midfield. They're able to rely on him to do so much for them. What a flexible piece. Skies this through. Union Omaha. All the way back to Coleman. He tries the long feed, and JT Harms is all alone on top of the football. Union Omaha loves to score early. They've been scoring in bunches, and to me, it's okay if I'm wrong, this is just my sense, my pulse check, right? Bear with me here. I feel like the longer JT Harms keeps a clean sheet, the more dangerous he becomes for Union Omaha. The longer this guy can do his job perfectly, the harder this match becomes to win at home for Union Omaha. Almost able to keep possession as Union Omaha takes back over with it. Good step through. Cabral almost controlled in midfield. Couldn't flick it around him. Stolen momentarily by Enrique. to be thrown back in again. How about these guys? Feeling it in Nebraska. Love to see the strong supporter section. You can join them. Soccer season here. SeatGeek, the official ticketing partner of USL. Get all your USL tickets and more from the #1 ticketing site, SeatGeek. It's your ticket to great seats. You know, it's not like we've had any super crazy, high-quality chances, but it does feel kind of wild that it's scoreless. We've seen some good rushes. We've seen guys in position to make plays, and considering the talent on the field for these two sides, man, lid's coming off soon. Union Omaha not going to try and press that. They want to maintain possession. Forward Madison, if they break this deadlock, more than likely to come off of a set piece. They know they've got to produce in other ways, but talked to Matt this week, and he told me, hey, we know, we're proud that we're scoring on set pieces. That's why we started 2-0. Left off for Tequila. Steps around, cuts to the inside, and dished low. JT Harms just drops onto that. And his effect on the game will only continue to grow. He's going to become more confident, more energized, and more problematic for Union Omaha inside of Morrison Stadium the longer we play. Looking for the pickpocket. Borchak didn't let him get away unscathed. Forward Madison. Good roping feed. Tequila bust him up. He goes down. Grabbed at his nose as he fell to the turf. And Rique goes down, the man from Panama. Looks like he's all right. Winding it back. It almost looks like he got bumped. It happened so fast. Some contact potentially. Either way, the ball stays with forward Madison, and you can hear the crowd not thrilled with that in Nebraska. Maybe caught his shoulder with his face or his nose as he ran by. Certainly not intentional. Either way, Union Omaha going to take back over with the football at midfield. Run through, and immediately Alejo sounds the whistle. The kick delivered behind the circle. Coleman. Pinballed that forward. Gadiri. Put it into low gear and went to work. He'll stay on top of it. Rolled back to the circle. Finessed across. Outlet feed into the wing. Union Omaha into the final third, and now the 18. Cut to the end line. It's knotted back away. Set up top and gloved by JT Harms. He's going to need some oven mitts because he is hot on the road today. Edwards disrupted as he tries to go up against Borchak. Back to midfield and Coleman. Whip to feed forward, but Tequila jostled enough that they have to dish it backwards. He likes this look. Hooked up with a lot of space. Gadiri. Back out front, Cabral. Shadowed by Enrique. Number 14 and number 14, Giamfi. Now Ngubu after him. Owusu goes down the line. That was a good pass, but he has to go back inside. Tequila with a good cut and lights this off as it's covered inside of the 6-yard box by JT Harms. The longer the highlight tape gets for Harms, the bigger the match will become for him. Good shot by Tequila. I think he'll just continue to play better and better the more they put shots on him. Now, conversely, you're going to break through eventually. But that means you've got to keep pace. You've got to keep creating the entire match. Enrique delivered that across, and now the feed for Edwards. In trouble as he goes down. Alejo sends that the way of Union Omaha. Got it off quickly, now some space to work with. Trying to take advantage of the pacing. Union Omaha down into the wing, looking for the final feed as he cuts it to the inside. Got through a defender out front on the 6 and cleared. Regathered. Floater inside is knotted into the air. In danger again. Forward Madison can't clear. Banged off of the defender. And McCamey able to keep this rolling away for forward Madison as we're scoreless through 1/2 of an hour in Nebraska. Good play down inside. The Raleigh, North Carolina native who just passed it back towards the 18, a center back, looking really good. He's been involved in a lot of different plays early. He came from NYCFC2. Really versatile, physical guy. His experience, his leadership, super important. Big frame, 6'2". Product of Northwestern University, just north of Chicago. Or I guess it's in Chicago. I'm sure I'll hear about that. Wildcats, really good piece for them. Long winding feed for Union Omaha. It's Kempes. Away from Gebhardt. Union Omaha back to Tequila. The German striker leaves it off. Tequila. Taken down, no call. Alejo lets him play on. And Gubu banged on the shoulder, stays with it. How about that handling? In trouble. Somehow able to finesse that around Borchak, and we get a whistle. Back off the ball. Tequila's still down. Hopefully Kempes is all right. He's had a really nice start to the year. He's been a lot of fun to watch play for a long time. All-time leading scorer in One Knox SC history. Before that, Union Titus. Borussia Dortmund, the 2 before that. He's 28 years old. Got to look back at what happened and ready to play on as Alejo will place this back near where the ball was rolling when he sounded the whistle just outside of the wing. Union Omaha. Cabral went back to the circle. He didn't like what he was seeing in front of him. Now the long feed collected outside of the area. Left off in the wing, he's got space. Over the top, no one to finish on the set piece. Forward Madison looking to clear calmly. Dished backwards and Edwards skies that to midfield where Coleman nods it down to the line. Gadiri. Gomez returns to Coleman, the veteran. Owusu across. Union Omaha biding their time. No need to move too quickly. Aired out over the top for the home club. We've seen them score in bunches and score quickly. It feels like when the lid comes off, It's off. Everybody's hand is in the cookie jar. Wusu. Forward to Tequila. Kempes had a good feed. It's intercepted by Edwards. Flamingos. He's happy to just stay on it. Forward Madison will take over with a lot less pressure. Aired out for the Flamingos, looking for McCamey, who can't get to it. Owusu controls. I asked Coach Candela this week about how this is a whole new look Flamingos roster, even though they do have so much familiarity with the club, the side, coach, right? Aired out for Union Omaha, collected in the wing. Looking inside as he steps around, waits and fires from just inside the arc. Rolled through, regathered, stepped backwards and blown dead by Alejo. Call is offside by our assistant referee. Goal kick. Coach Candela, about that new roster for Matt and for the forward Madison, you know, he's saying we do our due diligence. Of course he does a great job of building a roster. He always does, but this doesn't throw a wrench in the way that we plan, prepare. You know, he emphasized, despite roster turnover, preparation going to be consistent and thorough, and not super worried about that. Early on, it feels like Union Omaha understands the makeup of this roster very well and has countered what they're trying to do extremely well. I think forward Madison, though, is happy to just absorb 24 shots and then go down and not in a set piece late. And that's what I'd be wary of if I'm this Union Omaha side, is they're just looking to get one late. 1-0 is the name of the game for forward Madison. Candela also was super excited to be back in this stable environment at home. And that was his words, not mine, calling it stable. Gebhard and Gubu. Now Edwards plays it right back to him. From the touchline, he's double teamed, able to get through, tries to slide into the area as Coleman breaks this up, and Alejo, goal kick. Nice run into the final third, but an even better piece defensively. Well played by Coleman. Candela said it's a massive country this week, and we talked about the travel. It's challenging, you know, playing that national schedule is not easy. A lot of competitions in play. Squad management kind of feeling like a factor, right? We've got Cole Jensen between the sticks tonight, but he said, hey, we're not worried about that MLS match. It's not overshadowing what we're trying to do, not trying to push guys too much, not trying to give them too much to do, too many minutes. And obviously playing the minutes game tonight, moving things around, shuffling that starting 11 a little bit, and it's working well so far as we're still scoreless. Pushed forward, Union Omaha almost able to keep it going. He came up looking for the call. Knapp not going to get it as forward Madison returns. And Gubu tries it across for Edwards. Immediately pursued, grabbed at by Borchak, and cut off. Well played by Knapp. Gyamfi was right there. Gebhard can't get to it. Knapp and Union Omaha want to go forward on top of the ball. Forward Madison playing up a little bit. Feels less like a bunker encounter all of a sudden. Union Omaha's focused on getting forward, getting those touches, and that's a stat they're well aware of. Stats are an end product to Coach Candela. They don't define how you play, they kind of tell the story. He looks at touches in the opposition's box and in the final third. He wants to see that build down at the end of the field, and obviously we've seen a lot of that in this first half. Union Omaha spent a lot of time right here in this situation trying to find ways to build the ball forward and get those touches on the edge of the final third, into the wings, and even into the box, and they certainly have gotten them, just unable to finish to this point. Billhart went to the sideline. Floater is bent and rattles down through the circle to Coleman. Cut off by Edwards. Forward Madison returns to Harms. JT's gonna have a big year for forward Madison. Union Omaha cut that off, very well played. This rattles all around as everybody's a little fired up. Kick quickly, Alejo lets it go. Rolled down over the penalty arc, Harms dives onto the ball. JT Harms, he's got his back lines back, what a play. Immediately kicked across, Knapp screams a feed to Billhart, and as he's trying to finish it off, JT Harms comes out and falls on the ball. He comes up huge as we're into the 41st minute. That's what I'm talking about. The more you let him make those plays, the highlights just get more impressive. Owusu and Coleman building us out. Tension in the air after that last chance. It feels like Union Omaha wants another crack at it quickly. Down the touchline. Gadiri just dipped it forward and can't control as he'll throw in quickly. Sun peeking through in Omaha. Quick look at the numbers that have driven this match so far. Shots and possession. It's wild to me that possession has been so close to even. To me, sitting here watching the match, it feels like it's been all Union Omaha. Obviously, mathematically, not true. Maybe it is from a shots and shots on target standpoint, but possession-wise even, feels like forward Madison has only had the ball a quarter of the time. Flamingos will try to respond. Nodded forward, Union Omaha. Just able to shuffle his way down to the touchline and return backward to Coleman. He lets it roll. Owusu has some space. Away from Gebhardt into the wing. Centered, and JT Harms catches this as it's deflected into the 6. That's an easy one for him to glove. Got deflected in midair after the delivery. Wasn't a true shot. Just a battered pass, but you know, sometimes that's the most dangerous thing. We've seen a couple of own goals this season in League One already. Anything deflected on an awkward angle like that you're just not expecting could be your worst moment. That's your coach of the month in League One, standing at the bottom center of your screen. Matt Glazer, ever the classy act, helps up a man. Love to see that. Edwards not agreeing with Alejo on the call. Knapp across the top of the turf. Owusu. Wants to deliver, instead backwards. Owusu, ton of space to work with. Giamvi and Gebhardt in front of him. Down into the wing for Billhart. Adrian hits the brakes near the corner. Heavily defended by Ngubu. Trying to get away and rolled back to the front of the wing, but the call, as that one is just off of the pitch. They've done a really nice job of containing Adrian Billhart so far. Another German striker came to Union Omaha from the Richmond Kickers. Before that, played with Detroit City, South Georgia. He was the comeback player of the year after a title-winning season in South Georgia. Spent time with Detroit City before joining Richmond. 10 goals, 6 assists in 2024. League One goal of the year, by the way. Creative playmaker. He's got a German youth international background. Watch out for him. Looking deep into the 18, controlled and lost. Union Omaha still bringing heat in the closing moments of our first half. I'm sure we'll see at least a little bit of added time, even if it's only a couple of seconds, a minute or two. Forward Madison tries to play that through, and our fourth official, as we played 3/4 of an hour scoreless, gives the signal for 1 minute of added time. That's going to scream by as these guys are looking forward to the locker room. Kadiri. Floated it back across. Owusu delivered into the wing. Union Omaha, chance as he steps into the 18. Out front, Tequila on the ball, dribbles through a defender. 3 there as it's knifed away, and Gebhard sent back into the wing as forward Madison will keep moving this one from their own area. Flamingos stepping toward midfield. Long outlet ball down the touchline. Derek Gebhard. We played a minute of added time on this first half. Left off on the end line. Floater for the piece is going to be nodded away initially. Controlled by Union Omaha. He's run through, and that one is going to take us through 1 minute of added time on this first half. They're going to line him up for the kick. There's no whistle for the locker room. And indeed, they will send us to the locker room. They elect not to have him send the kick. This guy didn't face much action in the first half, and relatively quiet for Mr. Cole Jensen. His 3rd start across all competitions already this year for Union Omaha. We'll see if he gets more action in the second half. And this man has enough highlights for 2 matches in half number 1. What a red-hot start for JT Harms. He looked great last time in South Florida against FC Naples as well. He'll look to keep it rolling after whiteboard time when these two try to figure out how to break the deadlock, how to get 3 crucial points. One of these clubs can make it a 6-point week. One of them can go to 6 unbeaten in a row. Can Union Omaha do it? It's the 19th ever Battle of the Birds. We'll be back with halftime analysis, stats, highlights, and more in a moment.
Life is filled with moments, some monumental, some mere seconds. Moments we often take for granted as we worry and anticipate all the moments to come. At Woodman Life, we help ease that worry with our affordable life insurance and retirement products. We work to protect financial security, community pride, patriotism, and peace of mind so that you can protect the moments that matter most.
I think there's like a younger version of me that's kind of in disbelief. It's so special.
That went all right.
There's a guy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Who's this new person? Oh! It's a kitten!
No
Is
way!
that a kitten? That's a kitten! Oh.
Yeah, they're actually coming closer to us.
I have to say, my heart is so full.
Tune in to Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom Protecting the Wild, Saturday mornings on NBC, or stream anytime on Peacock and NBC.com.
Back, a scoreless deadlock at the break. 3/4 of an hour gone, and we have got a banger in League One action between Union Omaha and Forward Madison. It's our halftime coverage, and we've got a lot of action coming for you. But first, a look at our Week 5 Team of the Week in USL League One. See that guy in the top left with the New York Cosmos logo? He scored a hat trick, but he did it on penalty kicks. What? Are you kidding me? Absolutely wild. A lot of great names and faces here. Hey, look at, we know that guy who is front and center for Union Omaha. So many good performances through the league. Obviously, Jensen between the sticks and the bench featuring some familiar faces as well. We're going to go now and get a look, relive our goal of the week, save of the week, and so much more right now.
That one unmarked. Teal got it deflected. It falls to Rodriguez. It's 2-0. Rodriguez was able to play it off to Babacar Dieng.
One Knoxville confuses the Sarasota defense. Jorgen Peterson, the defender, steps up in line with his midfielder, and look at that space for Chris Teo. In behind, his square ball is blocked, but when you give the ball to Babacar Dieng, magic happens. He slots it with a beautiful curl finish. 10 goals last season. Dieng opens his League One account in 2026 for your select USL League One goal of the week.
Took a knock last match and is unavailable for selection. Chance out front, and Delgado stepping up to the plate to deny Azad Liati. How about Lalo Delgado with confidence, not afraid to leave his line.
Home and make sure that they're able to attack. Kostis plays this in, and Kurchenkov, and in a blink he puts them in front. A brace for Denis Kurchenkov.
Over the top, Kurchenkov finishes. The stunner lightning strike, 1-0 Knoxville.
We all have goals. But let's be honest, most of us aren't going to be professional athletes. But if your goal is to finish your degree, we can help. Come to a university that puts your goals first. Bellevue University, your partner in finishing goals.
Today, we accomplished nothing. I mean it, not a thing. And it was kinda everything.
This spring, stay 3 nights and get a $50 Best Western gift card.
absolutely amazing.
This is cool.
This is so cool.
Releasing an animal back into its habitat is what conservation is about. Hi. We have 3 newborn cubs to this mama.
Watch Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom, Protecting the Wild. Weekend mornings on NBC.
Scoreless at the half in our Battle of the Birds between Union Omaha and Forward Madison. A really, really good first 3/4 of an hour. We'll have more of that in a moment and much more coverage for you, including highlights and stats. But first, our weekend schedule. This is what's going on around USL League One. The Hearts of Pine taking on Knoxville tonight. A really good battle there. Then in the 6 o'clock hour Central Time, it's the Red Wolves of Chattanooga and Fort Wayne, FC Naples and Sarasota Paradise, the South Florida Showdown. 8 p.m. Central, Spokane Velocity, Richmond Kickers. Hope you'll join us for that one as well. AV Elta and AC Boise rounding things out tonight in this week's schedule. We go now to my man Dan Lucas with an update from around the league.
It is halftime in USL League One. We hope you're enjoying your match so far. I'm Dan Lucas inside the USL studio with a look at some of the headlines this week. Boise welcomed pro soccer in grand fashion at week 5 with a League One regular season attendance record. 7,211 fans watched AC Boise draw 1-1 with new rival Spokane Velocity, an inaugural home match that will be remembered forever. Westchester SC's 5-goal outburst in week 5 was the most goals in franchise history for a single match. It was also a memorable night for midfielder Connor McGlynn, who scored a pair of goals, giving him 4 now through 3 games. McGlynn scored 4 goals the entire season in 2025. Our first League One Coach of the Month is Forward Madison's Matt Glazer, who guided the Mingos through the month of March with 2 big victories, the club's first ever 2-0 start. Madison knocked off defending champ Knoxville on the road, then handed FC Naples its first loss of the season. National broadcasts coming up in the USL Championship. Charleston Battery hosting Tampa Bay Rowdies next Saturday, and the USL Cup El Clamico, Rhode Island and Hartford on the 25th. Both matches are on CBS Sports Network. Getting closer to the second half, this is the USL Halftime Update. Let's get you back out to your match.
My name is Blake Malone, and I'm a center back for Union Omaha. The partnership between Bellevue University and Union Omaha enables me to continue my career as a professional soccer player, as well as extending my time and learning to get another degree, and for that I am very thankful. I would say reach out. Bellevue University has been very, very kind and generous to us. They're very responsive, they have great people working up front, so I would say go, give it a reach, look out, and see if it works for you.
To be a part of Nebraska Medicine
Hi, welcome.
Good to see you.
is to be a part of something extraordinary.
Nebraska Medicine, how may I help you?
Because these are the doors
How are you?
that open doors
That went really well.
to growth
Hey.
and opportunity for each other and for our community. For those who know that the academic experience,
You know what? I agree.
the life experience that you get here is beyond what you can get anywhere else.
Doing great.
And that's exactly why here is where you belong. Nebraska Medicine, together extraordinary.
Back in a scoreless battle between Union Omaha and Forward Madison, deadlocked after 3/4 of an hour. And This one is only going to get better in this second half. We're going to walk you through some thoughts on that first half, some quick notes, starting with all the highlights. This is the action you missed if you're just joining us right now. Look at this pass forward. Union Omaha able to get it deflected back. Bill Hart knifes his way through, fired a great shot, but good save by JT Harms. He puts himself in harm's way and gets that one knocked over the end line. Pun not intended. Another look at that Bill Hart strike, had a lot of sauce on it. Taking you forward to the 40th minute. A lot going on there, but quickly kicked by Cabral. Knapp puts it through. It's again Bill Hart, but JT Harms comes out and falls on that ball. How about that play? Look again with me. Just beautiful. Getting it done. JT Harms has been absolutely on fire on the road through one half of play. I'm still in shock of the possession stats because just from where I sit, it really feels like Union Omaha has had the ball 3/4 of the time. But regardless, all of the shots, 3 shots on target. Of course, the corner's pretty much, incidental at this point, and only 1 offside called in our match to this point. No cards so far. So very clean, very stand-up football. Obviously going to get some changes at the half as whiteboard time is done, and we welcome you back inside of Morrison Stadium for our second half. Glad you're with us. We have got a barn burner of a second half on the line. I'm Gabriel Fry, and we'll have the action for you here between these two. JT Harms, red hot in half number 1, looking to keep that going. Can he continue to play lights out in this second half? Cole Jensen has seen no action. He's been cool, calm, collected, and standing up, hanging out between the sticks through 3/4 of an hour. He would love to do that again, as would Coach Candela. Love to see that for him. Probably going to see some changes here, as that is Jiba standing by with Vincenzo, who's been so good leading the way. His first full season as head coach of this Union Omaha side, 5 straight unbeaten, 5-0 in their last 5. Now that's all matches, not just league play. They're 3-1 in USL League One, and that's our reigning coach of the month. A well-deserved honor for a great guy who is extremely tactical, very analytical, brings a great roster to the pitch. And these guys know they just need one goal. If they can keep their game plan together, they can escape with another set-piece win on a 1-0 victory. That feels like the goal. That feels like what they're trying to achieve, the playbook, the game plan walking into the second half. Can they do it? Obviously a very different game plan of letting it all hang out, running free, fast, loose, scoring in bunches, and slamming the door on their home turf. For this group right here, they're looking to get back to their old ways, and I would argue they already have. This roster has been electric to start 2026, looking to keep it going at home. And coming off of a big win earlier this week, a win tonight would make it a 6-point week for Union Omaha. And they've already been electric, standing in 4th on the table with 9 points. For the moment, a victory at home would push them to the top of the table in the league. And obviously a lot of matches left in league play. Spokane plays later tonight. Naples playing today as well. 1 Knox playing. We'll see how it all shakes out as half number 2 underway live from Nebraska. It's Union Omaha and Forward Madison. Union Omaha made a couple of changes at the half. Coleman has come out, replaced by Ryan Jiba. Bill Hart comes out for Gutierrez. Diego signed a 25-day contract, and he's been red hot. Union Omaha stepping through as it's able to be deflected away by Forward Madison. Still fighting forward, and Gubu gets this one away. Dangerous chance. And that rolls off. I'm Gabriel Fry, glad you're with us at Morrison Stadium. He's still down. Alejo comes over to make the call. Glad to see Gebhardt getting up under his own power. Prime chance coming for forward Madison, and I mentioned it a moment ago. Can't stress this enough. They are well aware that in the early stages of this season, all on the road, lots of tough travel, their bread and butter is these set pieces. They know that. Bent over the top and knotted away by Union Omaha. Well played defensively. A throw-in coming immediately for forward Madison. Matt, the reigning coach of the month in League One, forward Madison, told me they'd have to make some tweaks this week. Knotted on the set piece and cleared by Knapp as we get the call from on top of the arc by Alejo. Active with a whistle early in the second half. Forward Madison told me, coach said, always got to bring our A game for these guys. Always got to have the A game for the Owls. Quality. Obviously still early in the season. Forward Madison steals this away near midfield. Already a challenging match on your schedule, but then you say, okay, well now we have to travel. You get stuck in a blizzard. You've been on the road for days and days and days and not spending a lot of time at home in your own bed. That makes it tough. Tough timing. Knocked all around. Union Omaha reversing direction as this rolls off and will stay with them. Well played by Knapp. Did a lot in Indiana. JT Harms has been great. Also was great at North Texas. Poor Madison. Coach Matt told me we kept an eye on him for a few years. Happy to have him with the club. Made a lot of big saves. Not just this year, but even in this match already. Obviously, our halftime highlights were the performance of JT Harms. He's been steady. Coach told me he's a big personality, too, in the locker room and does a really nice job of organizing and communicating with his guys. And his presence is adding both that reliability you want out of a good keeper on the back, but also some leadership. Forward Madison gets it over the top, and Gubu controls. Left off into the area. Forward Madison, a howitzer, sails over onto the grass and rolls to the chain link. Harmless for Union Omaha. Rolling it back, a good feed, and Gubu, he does a really good job of boxing out Cameron Lawrence. And a nice strike. Kenyatta just can't get it done, though. The man from Johannesburg, South Africa. We're still scoreless after a good opportunity by him. And the collision draws a whistle. You can hear the Union Omaha home crowd celebrate as a yellow is shown to Edwards, and he is letting him hear it. It's not the first time we've seen him get a talking to by a referee, the right winger from San Jose, California. That's his first yellow card of the season. And entered today's match with only one foul called against him. So a little out of character, maybe frustrated early, right? Hey, that's not a call against me, come on, work with me here. And obviously this results in Alejo Kalum showing him a yellow, and now a great chance. Kalum doing some traffic control and maybe some emotional damage control. A quick word with Mr. Edwards. Give him a thumb up right there. We're good. Everything's good. Thumbs up. Okay, I like it. Everybody's good. Cooler heads prevail, but now a great chance for Union Omaha. Rolled across the top of the turf, down into the wing. Cuts it back. Lawrence fires out front of the 6, and it's knotted away by forward Madison. Volleyed over the top to the other side. He's trying to control. Gomez cuts it back. Delivered carefully out front, and another chance, but not able to find someone in time for an aerial delivery. Harassed from behind and run down as immediately we are given the call. I thought maybe Torres would see a card. He came with such authority. Not nearly as good of a spot, but back-to-back spots nonetheless for Union Omaha, whose goal just remains to bring the house on JT Harms and company. 53rd minute scoreless. Cabral lasers this with a spot. It's knotted away. Gadiri has to control and delivered to Gabriel. Through to the circle, Union Omaha. Cameron got him again. Cabral forward. Harassed by Edwards, taken now by forward Madison as it's flicked long. Down the center field stripe and stolen easily. And it's Diego Gutierrez, the native Nebraskan, who takes it right back for Union Omaha. Down the touchline, he's got a lot of room here. Forward Madison not back. Tequila takes the feed and it's deflected away. Well played defensively on the backside by forward Madison as Tequila looks to fire off a quality shot. Able to stay with him, rush him down to the end line and force that to travel off. Union Omaha now a corner and another set piece. We saw 2 great kicks in a row. Now the Modelo corner is the look for another chance. Just their 2nd corner of the match. Cabral, floater for the 6 is going to be knotted towards the edge of the area. Rolling out of there and regathered by Union Omaha. Diego. He went to Cameron, and Lawrence, originally from Norfolk, Massachusetts, dished it off and got it right back. Trailed by Ngubu, now Edwards. What a change for Union Omaha. This roster has so much depth. To be able to take one of the most experienced center backs in pro soccer and take Coleman, the captain, sub him out in the second half, and replace him with a piece like you're able to do in Jiba. This is centered up by Union Omaha. Knapp floats it across to be able to take Adrian Bellhart and substitute him off and have Gutierrez come on, who's had such an electric start to his career with Union Omaha. It's pretty wild. Pretty special stuff for Union Omaha. These 2 rosters in a slugfest right now in Nebraska. Union Omaha stitched together another pass on the edge of the wing. He'll take his time with it. Rolled out front and Knapp goes backwards. And Gubu there for a moment as it's going to be flicked all the way back and skeeters down the turf where it's taken up by Cole Jensen. Owls not liking the midfield area. Union Omaha will try again. They want somebody out of position. Not getting that as this time Gebhardt forces him to pass it away. Liking that far touchline, Union Omaha. A lot of rotation, taken up. Delivered to center field. Owusu airs it out. JT Harms there, and he goes flipping over the top. A massive collision deep in the area. Alejo sounds the whistle. Oh no. Oh, hopefully they're all right. Ball was floated long. Harms comes out to make a brilliant play. It looks like he kicked him in the knee. Cameron Lawrence screaming behind the ball, trying to clean that up. We saw that work last week for AV Alta against Union Omaha. JT Harms kicked in the knee errantly on the rush after the ball. Candela and Union Omaha stand by waiting for the news on Cameron Lawrence. Lawrence, hopefully he's all right. It looks like he's being helped by medical staff onto his boots, which is a good sign at the very least. Harms still being worked on. Well, the best case scenario out of this for Union Omaha is that you potentially shake the confidence of the red-hot JT Harms without harming him, obviously. And so far, it's looking like we could be getting good news. He's up, he's alert. He doesn't look like he's in a lot of pain. Still working with medical staff, so hopefully, indeed, we do get good news after a scary collision. Worked on his knee quite a bit, and they're satisfied with that as they're going to let him up under his own power and hit us with a thumbs up. Mike Stout does his job so well for forward Madison, and you have to have an advanced medical staff and guys who know what they're doing with so long of a season, so much management of minutes and physicality, banging around, playing such a physical game, so many matches week in and week out, combined with the wear and tear of travel. They do an excellent job of that. Mike Stout taking care of his guy. Ngubu is going to come off in place of Carmichael. As you can see, Edwards is coming off for Manjoma. And Enrique comes off in place of Castro. Ryan Carmichael from Northern Ireland came from Atlanta United 2 to join this side. Versatile, technically skilled, really nice finisher. Began his career at Portadown FC. And Gubu has been good today, but obviously unable to finish. Central midfielder Jackson Castro is out of Plano, Texas, wearing number 16. Came from Vancouver Whitecaps FC2. Creative guy, lots of time at MLS Next Pro. Also was one of the most productive midfielders in college soccer. 22 goals, 22 assists, and 74 appearances while playing at, guess where, Creighton. Now back on his former home turf as the opposition on the road. 1 hour gone, still scoreless and deadlocked between Union Omaha and forward Madison in League One play. To midfield. Carmichael behind the stripe. Could just be an early injection of fresh legs and feeling things out again for Union Omaha, but already it feels like forward Madison more in control as they'll air this out over the top. A long feed connected with Honor as it's taken away by Owusu and delivered to Cole Jensen. Union Omaha for the circle. Harassed from behind, able to keep that moving. Samuel rolled that across. Couple of quick gives as forward Madison shutting down that center field area. Joma was the last change for forward Madison. Edwin's from McKinney, Texas originally. He's got MLS experience, USL Championship pedigree. He's a product of FC Dallas. A lot of appearances in the MLS before gaining a lot of experience with Phoenix Rising and Tampa Bay Rowdies. Delivered long and kept alive by Union Omaha as they are battling down near the corner. Union Omaha rolls this out front. Knapp blew a tire and couldn't stay on it as forward Madison takes it away. He goes down, and the call immediately by Alejo. Kadiri suffers the whistle. Hand wave. Okay. I understand. We play on in our 63rd. Forward Madison back in front of the area. McCamey skies that over the top. A foot race is won by Owusu, who keeps that away from Gebhardt. Can't watch the match? Turn on Sirius XM FC 157. It's North America's only 24/7 source for engaging soccer talk. That includes USL All Access on Tuesday nights, and you can hear live matches from USL, MLS, Premier League, and more, all on Sirius XM FC 157 and the Sirius XM app. And Samuel Owusu saw a dasher get pushed down by Gebhardt at the end of that rush. He goes back, pushes the dasher back up, stands it upright, and we could play on as you hear the crowd, a little cheer rumbles through it. Love it. A little petty fun alongside the pitch as these guys battle back and forth and poke and prod. Segber's out injured. A lot of guys banged up for forward Madison early. But they're dealing with it. They're rotating minutes well. So many fresh faces. A whole new look on this roster. Owusu skies this to the wing as Union Omaha will control. Knapp leaves it. Center field stripe. Samuel. Aired down to the wing. Union Omaha controls. McCamey after him, but can't do anything. Gutierrez playing keep away. Really nice job of staying with him by Jackson Castro. That's a tough assignment. He's been celebrated league-wide, well recognized for coming on in matches and scoring late. Put up a brace against AC Boise on this very field just weeks ago after coming in late in the match, just like this. Cameron's got some room as he rolls this over the turf to the backside. Union Omaha closing in on the area as he puts it back out front, and the double team is enough to force them to do a bit of a reset. Owusu now trying the other side. Long roller for the 18-yard box. He's got it just beyond the corner. Too much heat. Cabral looking for that pass, somehow rolled through. Tequila onto the ball, and we get the whistle. Kicked quickly. Couple more substitutes standing by. Gebhardt leaves it off as he goes down. Carmichael nearly tackled as we get a whistle from Alejo back near midfield. And here come changes for Union Omaha. Patello Faz and Wooten. Cabral and Tequila coming out of the match. He scored last time out. Patello Faz took a PK against Avialta. They won that match 3-1. Really fun nightcap to league play a week ago. Lawrence is from Halstead, England. Came from Indy 11, before that played with Chicago Fire, and collegiately developed with the Buckeyes of Ohio State. He was a Chicago Fire super draft pick. Walks it forward and almost got it through. Quite the takeaway by forward Madison as they're going to air it out for Carmichael. He gathers in the wing and hits the e-brake. Rolled back out front. Left off by Castro and nodded away. Well played by Knapp. Really nice look by Union Omaha. What a pickpocket. Pinballed it back to himself and sent it into the 18. Loose near the spot and cleared again by Union Omaha. Taken down by Torres. He gets it right back. Torres in front of the wing. Forward Madison. Heeled through. Union Omaha sends it to Cole Jensen, who skies this away. eFootball is here and you can live your dream. Rep your team and play as your favorite USL club. eFootball, it's free to play. Download now. Looks like he's good. Alejo wants to check on him. Cameron Lawrence out of Norfolk. Not a lot of youth on this Owls roster. Bronick and Holt both gone. Anderson Holt went to the New York Cosmos. Lawrence, a rookie, came out of his graduate season at Monmouth University where he made a dozen appearances. Forward Madison to Gebhard. Bent around to the other side for the Flamingos. Cuts his way towards the arc and a howitzer goes long. Cole Jensen sees that sail over the top. An absolute blast off the foot of Manjoma. They'd love to get him going. He has yet to make a splash this season. Only has played 47 minutes entering today's match. That's so tough. That's something I talked to both coaches about. You know, how do you make decisions and evaluate stats and look at guys beyond tape when you're dealing with such a limited sample size? They said that's great observation. It's tough. It's not easy to look at such a small sample size and talk about what to expect the rest of the year and what to tweak and what to change, and very hard getting those minutes in early and showing what you can do. Picked off by forward Madison on a good feed for Pato. Derek Gebhard's got some room. Derek, the veteran, on a sprint down inside, and it's knocked away. Well done by Owusu. He has been fantastic on that back line. Samuel mentioned his time in New York City. He's out of Accra, Ghana originally. Look at this play defensively. Jostles, careful not to grab. There's a lot of jostling, but able to box him out and force him into a bad decision. Floater is rejected initially at midfield by forward Madison. Carmichael able to take it away. Torres, nutmeg, Knapp, back out front for Gebhard, and it rolls through. Almost gets the final pass, and Gebhard able to laugh it off. Goal kick for Jensen and Union Omaha. 60% possession the way of the Owls in the 19th ever Battle of the Birds. Forward Madison. Bobbled around, couldn't control. Gutierrez looking for some help, and no call from Alejo as he appeals for it. Dwayne Knapp can't stay on top of it, now controlled. Has some help, long feed, intercepted. Haven't seen a ton of interceptions, 5 apiece. Flamingos. JT Harms, who was the star of the show in half number 1, has been relatively quiet in this second half. Candela shouting out to his guys, hey, let's go. Not thrilled with what he's seeing. And he is so kind, measured, mild-mannered. Got to really be off the beaten path to get him upset. What a move by Diego. Nasty feed to the inside. Union Omaha going to reset from their back line. Dipped away from a defender, now Knapp does the same as we're up to center field. Skied over the top, pushed it away, and unable to get that back. Union Omaha watches as forward Madison knits together a couple of passes over the top of the turf. That's a good roller. McCamey doesn't like the pressure. Back to JT Harms. And he'll intentionally send this off for the throw-in. Going quickly. Harms gets back around McCamey. Pushed into the air with a header. Gutierrez wants to step around into the 18. Diego out for the spot. It rolls all the way through the penalty arc. Blasted off of the defender. It's rolling for the corner. Regathered near the end line. Union Omaha deflected. Harms gets a glove onto it. And forward Madison a lucky bounce as they'll clear. Dangerous moments with a quarter of an hour left to go in regulation. As we've got a bit of a track meet going on, running back and forth down the pitch. Alejo calling for the kick and says stop for a moment. Got some business he wants to take care of. Got a player slow to rise for Union Omaha. He says, no, I'm good. And indeed he is. Dylan back onto his boots, a quick stretch, ready to go. JT Harms, a really, really nice play. Has to come out, make a dangerous decision. Able to successfully keep the sheet clean on a good opportunity by Union Omaha deep in the final third. And they've just continued to get more and more touches down in that final third. The second half has been a very different story, but still 60% possession. Forward Madison somehow gets it through from the spot, banged off the keeper and cleared. What a play by Union Omaha. Cole Jensen disrupts, and it's cleaned up by Gadiri. An opportunity stolen out of the jaws of Steven Anorgianfi. Unreal. Already on the rush again. Jensen batters it away. Regathered out front. Steps around the defender. Waits all the way to the end line and heels it out front where it's gathered by Union Omaha and cleared. McCamey for the arc. Poked into the air. Union Omaha keeps it rolling. What a play for Union Omaha, and listen to that crowd. Left off for the arc. Botello Faz, e-break, backside. No one there as he's run down, calling for it, and there it is. A penalty in Nebraska. Unbelievable. Forward Madison can't believe it. Manjoma smiling. Patello Faz scored a PK last time out against Davy Alta. No one was there, and there's a look back at what drew it. Dylan goes to the turf. Diego's in front of him, and Joma's still trying to clear, and it's hard to tell what happens there. They're making a lot of contact as they enter the area. Is it enough for the penalty? Alejo says yes. JT Harms is appealing to him right now, says, Kalum, I need you to quiet the supporter section. Listen to those owls. Who is that? The center forward who came from the Las Vegas Lights. Delivered perfectly to the back of the net. 1-0, Union Omaha leads at home. What a sequence to take the lead over forward Madison. Unbelievable. So taking it back to what drew the penalty, right there. Their hips are touching, there's contact. And Botello finds this one to make it 1-0. Back-to-back matches with a goal, his second of the season. And the Owls lead 1-0 at home in the 79th. How about Union Omaha? Everybody's on notice right now. Just beautiful work on the spot. And that is a Herdat Bar Sports Grill goal. Union Omaha. They're just looking for a put-away. They can do a lot right here. You can play back, take your time. No stress, no worries. They scored 2 goals. They, meaning forward Madison, scored 2 goals against 1 Knox to open the year 1-0. Then they win 1-0 on the road against FC Naples. And the yellow shown. This time to Knapp for his collision with Turner Humphrey from Redlands, California. Knapp is not happy with that. Captain suffers the call. It's his first yellow card of the season, just his 5th foul. 4-time All-Big East selection at St. John's. He was a stud at St. John's, by the way, if you're not familiar. 21 goals, 7,000 minutes. Insanely good midfielder. Just a really consistent guy. How about this rush by forward Madison's McCamey? Left off across Flamingos. Torres dished to the wing. Forward Madison tries this, and Cole Jensen covers it up. Aired out. You can hear the fans in Nebraska chanting for Union Omaha. League One is on notice. These guys are back. And with authority, they have been a blast to watch in the early stages of the 2026 season. Skied over across and gathered. Flipped down for the end line, and he can't get to it in time. Playing the center back from Morale way up. USL Championship and League One on CBS Sports and ESPN all season long. Catch live matches, expert analysis every day on CBS Sports, Galazzo Network, and ESPN Plus. Go to USLChampionship.com or USLLeague1.com for the complete USL TV listings. We'll see you there. Forward Madison hits the 90-degree turn to the touchline, and here they come. Gets it right back. Floated over the top. Nodded for the arc and cleared easily by Union Omaha. Feels a little flat. They're getting the ball there really well all of a sudden, but didn't really feel like anything was going to come of it. You've got to be patient. Forward Madison. Skied into the 6 and covered easily by Cole Jensen. Looking for Derek Gebhardt. Understandably so. He was our player to watch this match for a reason for the Flamingos. He scored 26 goals. One of the highest totals in a career for all active players in League One. 12 assists as well. And Dylan is still down. We've seen him get stretched out once already. Hopefully he's all right. I think they're going to change him out as Jamie Orson is warming up. Defender out of Atlanta, Georgia. And indeed, that is what we're going to see. They're going to pull Dylan. Hopefully some good news for him coming, and hopefully he's all right. Orson waiting to come onto the pitch. Played for Yale before that, Stony Brook. 36 starts at Yale. First team all-conference. And the left-footed center back coming in place of Borzak. The left wing from Michigan. His day is done. A nice performance. He was in some big plays. Jamie Henderson, Ollie Richardson, Lars Eckenrode, Luke Baxter, all thrilled with Vincenzo Candela and the performance of his roster today. 1-0 late in the day. Candela was no joke in his day. 10-year career playing, 144 appearances, 8,000 minutes. So we do get the call at midfield. Candela played in Germany, Sweden, Belgium, Colombia. Also played in USL with Charleston Battery, the Cosmos, Detroit City, and won the Players' Shield in 2022 with the Kickers. This is what drew that. And number 16 and number 16 going at it, and they do show the yellow to him. Second of the year for Lawrence, midfielder from England. Push to the end line, and Cole Jensen is there for it. Letting Castro get up on him before picking up the ball. The staff from Forward Madison, good start to the year. They're going to look to keep it going as we get the call for the Flamingos late. Patrick Nyarko, Jim Launder, Aaron Holbein, Kyle Swanson, all assisting Matt, the coach of the month for March in USL League One, and pushing Forward Madison to success. It's going to be a long delivery for Torres. the midfielder from Dallas, Texas. Lit it off from long range, and as it goes back and forth through the air, we're blown dead. That'll be offside. The AR is having a conversation with the players out on the field. Anor Gyamfi saying, no, come on. But the Ghanaian not going to get his call. Late stages between these two. Forward Madison will stay on the road. It's grueling. I mean, I'm telling you, this is a grueling start to the year as the ball will go with Union Omaha. Next week, they have to take on the New York Cosmos. Following that, Lexington, Sarasota Paradise, and AV Alta. All on the road before finally, midway through May, they play at home. That is a long road schedule to open up the season. Hitting the road, but probably the most exciting road match you could ever play for this Union Omaha side, as they're going to finally start to allow themselves to look forward when we hear a final whistle in a few moments. No matter the result, I'm certain they'll start to look forward to an electric Open Cup matchup. This is skied back over by Union Omaha. Almost controlled as it's taken up. Castro rolled across for forward Madison. MLS side Colorado hosting at Dick's Sporting Goods Park on Tuesday the 14th this week. Union Omaha will make the trip there in the U.S. Open Cup. Big week for a lot of clubs in USL and League One. Clubs from all levels around the country getting their crack at some of the big boys this week. Winding that back. This is what drew the call. Got tied up, and it was enough for Gutierrez to allow them a chance on top of the ball. And what a spot for it. Kalum. Only one allowed. Jensen back and ready. Banged away easily by Union Omaha. Flamingos trying the wing. Forward Madison in the 90th minute, trailing 1-0. Aired over the top. Loose on the spot. Gebhard lasered that one down outside of the stick, and Jensen covers it up anyhow. Union Omaha has checked all the boxes at home. A lot of time left to go between these two, as we're going to see a yellow card shown late. Metello Faz. Another look at what happened. Torres was on it. Metello Faz is arguing the case of Aaron Gomez from El Paso as he suffers the yellow. First of the year for him. 1-0 Union Omaha, 5 of stoppage time. 5 minutes is not a long time, but it's going to feel like forever at home for Union Omaha, who is trying to get out of here with 3 points. And there's the change for forward Madison. Jalen Shannon from Michigan. Came from Chicago Fire FC2, a Great Lakes man. Developed at Western Michigan University, had 77 appearances. He was Missouri Valley Conference Defensive Player of the Year, All-American recognition. Played in League Two with the South Bend Lions and Flint City Bucks. They made some noise in the Open Cup this year, speaking of the iconic tournament. He cuts to the end line, forward Madison. From the corner, disrupted. A A Modelo corner kick for forward Madison in Nebraska. He'll try and cerveza this one over the top. Get it like he serves it up. Floater for the backside of the 6 is gloved by Cole Jensen. Flash him up and get that ball. The Iowa native gets it done, and the keeper has a clean sheet late. Already have played a pair of minutes in stoppage time as this is run down by the Irishman. Lawrence to throw in after the signal. Popped into the air twice. As it comes down, can't be gathered. Harms comes way out for this. Kept alive. But at what cost? Gutierrez. Diego. Go, Diego, go. Heads to the end line, and the double team, he's run down. Great spot for Union Omaha. Gutierrez is double teamed and bowled over as he tries to cut it up the end line. Torres throws his hands up. No, there's no way. No matter where you stand on it, the call made by Alejo, and a yellow card shown to one of the Owls men down alongside the touchline. The assistant suffering the card late. 94th minute. They called for 5 of stoppage. Touch to Botello Foz in the corner, harassed. Gebhardt and Botello Foz shuffling for possession. This is somehow tipped off. Flamingos try to keep it going. That's quite the athletic play, but the throw in for forward Madison. Collin. Tried to push it through midfield, stolen by Union Omaha. Over the top for the Flamingos, JT Harms comes way out for this. Harms looks so good. He is really in control of that final third. Forward Madison can't play it through, and it rolls off. Thrown long over the top, it rattles around and immediately off. That'll take us to 5 minutes of stoppage time played. We've had some delays, so don't be surprised if they play another 60 seconds. But we can hear the final whistle from Alejo at any moment. Aired through. Union Omaha pushes it back to midfield. Forward Madison. Cutting it for the final third. Flamingos looking to escape with 1 point, and they're not going to get it. 3 points in the bag. Union Omaha takes the victory at home. What a performance by this side for Candela and the Owls. They win the Battle of the Birds. The 19th ever edition of this war goes their way on their home turf in impressive fashion. A 1-0 victory, and boy, was it hard fought between these two sides. Back and forth, it felt like a sparring match. It felt like there was no separation right down to the wire, and that is going to be our man of the match for his excellent performance. Botello Foz finished off an electric PK opportunity, a well-deserved award for him after a big day at home for Union Omaha. He secures 3 more points for them as they keep their big week going. And that's following what was already a great performance for him out in California in Lancaster against AV Alta. 1-0 the final score between these two as the victory goes the way of Union Omaha. We'll have highlights, full-time stats, and final thoughts live for you right here when we come back. Don't go anywhere. Pro Side Soccer returns in a moment.
I think there's like a younger version of me that's kind of in disbelief. It's so special.
That one. All right.
That's the guy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Who's this new person?
It's a kitten!
No
Is
way!
that a kitten? That's a kitten! Oh.
Yeah, they're actually coming closer to us.
I have to say, my heart is so full.
Tune in to Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom Protecting the Wild, Saturday mornings on NBC, or stream anytime on Peacock and NBC.com.
One 0 your final. Candela and Union Omaha taking the victory on their home turf, and what a battle it was. We're going to roll it back and walk you through all the highlights one at a time from start to finish. Right now, these are your full-time highlights. Way back in the early stages, look at this, disrupted, and Adrian Billhart gathers on the backside, walks it down into the area, a laser, and JT Harms makes the play. I think that's a big point in this match. JT Harms was lights out, even though they can't seal up the victory. Harms batted that over the end line. We take you forward to minute number 40. What do you think this highlight will be? I promise you it's JT Harms. From alongside the touchline, Knapp delivered that deep to Billhart, and Harms slides on top of the football. Big time play by him, looking electric. Moving it forward. After that big save by Harms, we take you into the second half, all the way to minute 77. Union Omaha, look at that break shot. Batello Faz dishes it across, and Dylan is run down. Minchoma allows the penalty. And who do they select to take it? He scored one already just days ago against AV Alta and Lancaster. It's our man of the match, Batello Faz, who gets it done. Full-time stats. We'll take you to the numbers at full-time between these two sides. Look at that celly, I love it. These are the final numbers. 1-0, the victory for Union Omaha. Shots, 11-4 on target, 5-1 at the half. That's kind of how it felt. It felt as though the Owls were pouring it on the Flamingos of forward Madison. Possession was an even 50-50 split at the half. It rose to as high as 60-40 Union Omaha in that second half, but evens up a little bit at full time. Corners, 3-2. One more for forward Madison. Offside, pretty even there as well. 3 cards for Union Omaha as that takes us to full time, and that's a look at your stats, highlights, and more. So much action around the league. Don't go anywhere because there is so much more. USLLeague1.com for full score, schedules, where to watch, and more. 1-0 your final in this match as Union Omaha takes the victory at home over forward Madison FC in the Battle of the Birds. For our crew, both clubs, all the players and fans, I'm Gabriel Schreiss saying so long from Omaha, Nebraska.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent of the United Soccer League.